A methane leak has been reported in Porter Ranch, California, which...
Last week we showed you this infrared time-lapse image of the natural gas leak.
It's 110,000 pounds an hour of natural gas.
I'm very concerned about the blowout aspect.
Our work to attempt to kill the well using fluid pumping has changed some of the conditions on the site.
Last February 24, 2016, ScienceDaily.com released an article concerning the leak of methane in nearby Los Angeles neighborhood in California. According to findings by the University of California, Irvine, hundreds of methane-emitting hotspots have been identified across the Los Angeles basin, including a clean ports truck refueling facility near the Port of Long Beach, power plants, water treatment facilities, and cattle in Chino.
Atmospheric scientists conducted a mobile survey across Los Angeles, and their results identified the region's highest emitters. The survey demonstrates the prevalence of unwanted methane emissions across the Los Angeles urban landscape and showed that 2/3 of the gas comes from fossil fuels origins.
Before going full in depth with the issue, let us first define the basic terms that would help us to better understand this environmental phenomenon, one of which is the definition of methane. What is methane?
According to the Free Dictionary, methane is an odorless, colorless, flammable gas, otherwise known as CH4. The major constituent of natural gas, which is used as a fuel and is an important source of hydrogen in a wide variety of organic compounds.
In tiny concentrations, methane is essentially harmless and non-toxic. It is found actually in our atmosphere after all. The trouble comes at higher concentrations when it reacts with the oxygen in the air. Simply enough, if there is too much methane in the air, there won't be enough oxygen to breathe. What are greenhouse gases?
Many chemical compounds found in the Earth's atmosphere act as greenhouse gases. These gases allow sunlight to enter the atmosphere freely. When sunlight strikes the Earth's surface, some of it is reflected back towards space as infrared radiation heat.
What is a hotspot?
The Incorporated Research Institutions for Seismology defined hotspots as an area in the mantle from which heat rises as a thermal plume from deep in the earth.
Furthermore, on this issue, the researchers were able to successfully dissect through the use of mobile measurements. A key factor in the scientists' ability to create such a detailed map of emissions was their decision to collect surface samples from a roving vehicle. Equipped with a modified electrical system, a GPS, a rooftop sampling mast, and spectrometers, the cargo van enabled them to continuously sample and analyze air wherever they went. The question becomes, how can we stop this environmental issue? Jim Randerson, UCI Chancellor's Professor of Earth System and Science and Principal Investigator on the study, said that the next critical step is to develop a regional partnership with stakeholders to identify the source of these leaks and make a plan for fixing them.
The Southern California Gas Company is now pinning its hope on a relief well, which will allow the liquids to be injected much further down. Experts say a relief well is a virtually foolproof, although it is an expensive last-ditch solution for a leaking well. Drilling any well takes time, but drilling one to accurately intercept the narrow steel pipe of a problem well, which in this case is more than 1.5 miles underground, takes even longer.
It is important for us to be aware of what methane emissions can do to living human beings. It can cause heart attacks, seizures, drops in blood pressure, loss of consciousness, or even death. This environmental phenomenon leaves a very alarming message to all of us that we must all understand and comprehend.